Going through the last few months with all the challenges of the coronavirus, there were many moments that were like, oh my God, I can't believe we're going through this. I remember right when it started, literally right in the beginning, I got a call to visit a family in the hospital. And as I'm standing there, because there was a family member passing away, the daughter said, I have to say goodbye to my father now. And even though the doctors say he's still going to live 2, 3, 4 more days, I have to say goodbye to him because we can't be in the hospital anymore. I'm thinking, oh my God, can you believe it? Loved ones are going to be in the hospital. Some of them are going to be dying and no one could be with them. I remember another moment when we had to close down the synagogues and we're saying, oh my God, can you believe synagogues all over the world have to close down? I remember, Passover. Like, can you believe it? Families are not going to be able to get together, or birthdays. So yesterday I had the same experience. It was 2 days ago actually. Necham and I were taking a walk and we wanted to take a picture. It was a nice view. We wanted to take a picture. So usually today's days you do selfie, but sometimes you rather not have a selfie. You rather someone take a picture for you. And you know how it is. You always want to decide who the person you should ask to take a picture for you. We're about to ask someone. Then I said, whoa. We can't ask someone because that means the person has to walk in our space. Number 2, the person has to hold on to our phone, which they may be uncomfortable about. We can't ask someone. So we got to take a selfie. And it got me thinking about today's days, how much more people are thinking about other people. Even though you may want to do something or not do something, you still need to focus about other people. Like going into stores now with masks. I know a lot of people would rather not wear masks. But people have to put on a mask because that's what, first, besides that's the rule and law now in Miami-Dade, but in general, you need to be sensitive to other people who are sitting on planes. What are other people going to feel, especially today's days? And it got me also thinking about something very interesting, that someone recently asked me a question about the Torah portion that we're going to read this week, which is the Torah portion describes many different sacrifices we bring, and it talks about what sacrifice we bring on Sunday and Monday, Tuesday during the week, different sacrifice we bring on the Sabbath, on Rosh Hashanah we bring a different type of sacrifice, on Yom Kippur and Pesach. And the question you may wonder is, why so many different sacrifices, every time a different type of sacrifice, why not the same one? And the reason is, what does a sacrifice mean? Obviously in temple times it was actually bringing a physical animal, but it wasn't only in bringing an animal. Sacrifice means giving of yourself. Giving of yourself. And when you're giving of yourself, you have to focus about, not only about, I want to give this, but how does the recipient going to feel about it? What does it mean for them? So when the Torah, when it talks about holidays, every holiday has a different theme. Just like you get dressed a certain day during the week, and when you go to a wedding, you ask, what's the attire for the wedding? Or what's the attire for this party? Why? Because you're sensitive to the environment that you're going into. Based on that environment, you want to get dressed. That's how you want to be. Because you're sensitive to how other people are. So the same exact thing is not only about sacrifices in the temple, and not only about how you get dressed when you go to a celebration, but it's about our relationship with other people. I remember listening to this podcast about this individual that owned a chain of restaurants. And one of the things he says, he taught his staff, is to be sensitive to the customers. It's all about making the customers feel good. And what does that mean? I can't give you a protocol. Every customer you should go over every minute to. I can't tell you every customer you should sit in certain places, because you know why? Customers are different. Like all of you watching this video, everyone is different. Some customers want to be, every 5 minutes come over to them. How is the meal? Do you need water? Do you want a knife? Do you need a fork? Other customers want to be left alone. Some customers want to get the check right away, in and out. And some customers want to be able to sit there a long time, right? In general, they say Americans like to get in and out of restaurants. The Latins, I'm making a general statement, come then spend hours at the restaurant. Your job, if you want to really be there for the customers, is not about yourself, what you want. It's what they want. Same exact thing is a lot of people have this challenge, is going to hospitals, visiting people. I always tell people, say, Rabbi, I should go visit someone. I say, yeah, but the most important thing is, find if you know what they want. That means some people want, you should sit there for 2 hours and ask them every question about the surgery. And some people don't want to talk about the surgery and just want to talk about who won the ball game. Remember the days when there used to be ball games? Some people want you to spend there an hour. Some people want you to be there 2 minutes. Some people don't want you to be there at all. Some people want the privacy. You know, as a rabbi, that's one of the challenges, or one of the things that's very important to know, is when you walk into a room, what does the person want? So for me personally, when it's someone that I know, I already know before I go in. Do you want to talk about God? Do they not want to talk about God? What gives them strength? But a lot of times when someone calls me and I don't know them, I'll ask the family members, number one, are you sure they want a rabbi to come? And to find out more about them, because it's not about me, it's about them. I remember once going to the hospital. So I remember this like today. Someone asked me to visit their friend, and I went there, and I didn't know the person. I said, is there any way I could help you? He says, yeah, please leave. The guy was very sick. I didn't take it personal, because obviously he wasn't ready for people, maybe he wasn't ready for a rabbi, whatever it may be. You got to be there for the person. And it's in everything like that. You go on a tour group. Some people want the tour guide to take care of them, everything, and some people want to be left alone. It's about the other person. The same thing is in our marriage. In our marriage, it's not about ourselves. It's about what the other person wants. It's like when you buy them a gift. Is this a gift that they'll appreciate, or it's a gift that you'll appreciate? If you get them 50-yard line seats to the Dolphins game or to any team, and you know they care less about sports, it's not a gift for them, it's a gift for you. What will be meaningful for them? The same thing as our children. We're raising our children is what do they need? Some need a lot of compliments, some need more hugging, some people need strong, tough love, some people need more whatever it may be. I remember once reading the story that someone once came to the Lubavitcher Rebbe and asked the Lubavitcher Rebbe, told the Lubavitcher Rebbe, you know, I raised all my kids the same. Why one kid went completely different direction? So Rebbe said, the problem is that you raise all the children the same, because they're not all the same. Everyone is differently. So this is a message that's loud and clear in today's days. Going through the coronavirus, with the mask, and with all the things that we do, it opens up our eyes, and we have to think about other people. That, my dear friend, is what a real relationship is about. A real relationship is not what I want, is what does my spouse need. It's not what I want, is what do I need to do for my children. It's not what I want, is what does God want for me. Someone once came, and I'll conclude with this story. Someone once came to the Alter Rebbe, the founder of the Chabad Hasidic movement. And he spoke about all the different things that he needs from God. I need a good job, I need my son to get into the right college, I need whatever the things that he asked. So the Alter Rebbe, the founder of the Chabad Hasidic movement, said, till now you told me what you need from them. Till now you told me what you need from God. Did you ever think about what God wants from you? And John F. Kennedy said this many years later. This story is 200 years ago. Don't ask what the country could do for you, ask what you could do for the country. The parasha, the Torah tells us so loud and clear. We have to sacrifice, but for everything is different. We have to give of ourselves, and every relationship is different, because if you want to be in a relationship, it's not only about us, it's about the other person. So next time, before you stop someone and ask them for something, especially these days, think about what I'm going to ask or give the person. How is it going to make the other person feel? Good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom.